So we now get underway with our last pre-final of round 2. It's KZ2. Here is your starting grid. After qualifying, well, an electric performance by Enzo Bol to put the 255 from the Netherlands on the front row. Jens Treur will join him alongside. Gap was 0.376 seconds in time qualifying earlier on today. On row 2, Kevin Stauer and Daniel Tenbach will be lining up alongside each other. Renzo Alivax and Sam van Verschoylen will be on row 3. Robin Glerum and Jeffrey Fixer, row 4. Gil Mertens and Dirk van Sifthout will round out the top 10. Olivier Hart, Farhan Mega, Ayjan Yatik, Jarno Opmeer, Koen van Ginkel, Dan Zopfi, Rick Mewes, Nigel Hendricks and Maxime Delouet round out the drivers that will start. So, penalties awarded post-qualifying. Jens Treur got a 3-place penalty for ignoring a yellow flag. The 202 of Maxime Delouet got a 3-place penalty for front fairing. But then, of course, the penalty was reversed, referenced Jens Treur. However, defending champion Quinn Winkel has been excluded from this round due to a CNAF steward's decision. Effectively, a dangerous situation occurred when the mechanic of Quinn Winkel pushed the 201 onto the circuit during a live track. I can completely understand the decision of the stewards, and it's not the way that Quinn Winkel would have wanted to have an early end to the weekend. That really has put a big question mark on whether he's going to defend his title this year. 2 rounds in, and he's got a disqualification, and that is going to have to go towards his score at the end of this season. But there are still 6 rounds to go. So now, this is where it gives the opportunity for someone else to see if they can be front and centre under the spotlight. 19 drivers ready to get underway. The front 3, 5 rows now in position. Everyone else in position on the grid. 19 drivers waiting for the green flag at the back of the field. Green flag waves. Drivers still themselves and get ready. Brace yourselves, this is going to be exciting. And we're underway. Bad start from Enzo Bol, and one of the carts at the back of the field has just dropped it. Nigel Hendricks couldn't get it started off the line. Enzo Bol has an absolute big problem getting the cart off the line, and he's already losing out big time. Sam van Verschoylen trying to get through on his SP Motorsport teammate, and does so on the run through from turn 4 to 5. So Enzo Bol drops, well, has a massive drama trying to get the cart off the line. And that means we have a driver at the front end of the field, as now we're going to see the battle between the 214 of Renzo Alivax, and that is actually Van Verschoylen. So that just goes to show things can quickly turn on their head. And leading off to the opening lap, it's Kevin Stauer. Oh my goodness me, he got an absolute launch off the line, left the rest of the field in his wake, and he's nearly 2 seconds up the road after the opening lap. That's the kind of start that you need. You line it up, you get that traction, and it catapults you forward. And for Kevin Stauer, it was 2 seconds up the road by the opening 1,100 metres. That is incredible. And now, here is the battle for second position. Jens Treur all the way down in 6th behind Robin Glerum in the Birolart. And then we've got Gil Mertens, Jeffrey Fixer holding station in 8th on the Maranello. Olivier Hart and Dirk van Sifthout rounding out the top 10. Jarno Opmeer, in the meantime, has moved up from 14th to 12th on the CRG, and he's closing in on Daniel Tenbach. Tenbach not having a good run in the final. That was a bit of a late lunge there for the position going in by one of the Birolarts, and that was on Enzo Bol. That was Robin Glerum trying to thread the eye of the needle up the inside. Nearly opened the door for Jens Treur in the meantime. 8 minutes still to go, plus an additional lap. Alivax holding on for dear life, and whilst he's the cork in the proverbial bottle, it means that Kevin Stauer is getting away and is nearly 2.6 seconds up the road. And there is the 2:02. Maxime Delua not having a good run either, down at the back end of the field. So Nigel Hendricks did manage to get the kart push-started and is quite a considerable amount of time back from everybody else. As Enzo Bol looks up the inside of Sam van Verskylen, and that allows Robin Glieren to get through on the pair of them. Jens Stroer trying to get through and clashes sidewalls into turn 5 with van Verskylen, and that is allowing the 2.80 of Olivier Hart. Troyer and Sam van Verskylen miss out. I think Fixer's got through. Yes, he has. Troyer has got through. I think Olivier Hart has also got through as well in the 2.80. So a little bit of sidewall rubbing between those two drivers, and it caused massive, massive problems for the pair of them. So now going through on van Verskylen as Jeffrey Fixer. Well, van Verskylen having an absolute mare at the moment. He's down in 13th, just in front of Jarno Opmeer, who's dropped down back to where he qualified in 14th position. But it really is a bit of... oh, no! That is not what Olivier Hart wanted to do, and that has just caught out, I think, Jeffrey Fixer in the meantime. Oh, dearie me, as if it wasn't bad enough for Jeffrey Fixer losing the left rear wheel at Karting Genk. And then spinning around, I think it was on the Champions Winter Trophy, if I remember correctly, Jeffrey Fixer not having a good one, and that was a bit of a that was a bit of a momentum shift. You know, like literally, when you're going from one part of the track to the other, Olivier Hart must have literally gone full-on right-hand down on that, and it just pirouetted the kart. And Jeffrey Fixer got caught up in the crossfire and was backwards into the gravel. So Robin Glieren now has an opportunity, and he's going to try and take it through at turn 5 in on Renzo Alibax, and that is the change for second position. Birolart versus CRG. And Glieren has been lighting up the timesheets purple. Fastest lap of the race for the 2:16, 43.013. Gap between him and Kevin Stahara is now 2.6 seconds. Can Glieren close that gap? Well, he's got time to try and do so. 43.256. Well, he was over 2/10 quicker than Stahara on that last lap. Fixer finds himself all the way down in last position. As, oh dearie me, it's still getting a bit feisty. A little bit further back behind... that's Fahin Mega actually at the end of that train. He's just behind Jens Troyer. And that is Koen van Ginkel. That's Opmeer up the inside. Nice move there by Jarno. So I think that was Dan Zopfi that got through, and then that opened the door for Opmeer. Rick Mears is on the Birolart just behind. It was Koen van Ginkel that actually lost out, so Jatik got through, and then Opmeer managed to get through in his own right. But Robin Glieren is now lit up, fired up, and that kart is absolutely on rails right now. 42.769 seconds for Robin Glieren. New fastest lap of the race, 4 1/4 minutes plus 2 laps. Gap now down to just a shade over 2 seconds. So Kevin Stahara, you better watch your 6. Robin Glieren is coming for you right now. And that gap's now down to less than 1.5 seconds. New fastest lap. Glieren is flying. He does not need wings on that Birolart chassis. He's just done a 42.396 and Stahara 43.009. I think the Jaws music is starting to burn my eardrums right about now, because that is effectively what I think is happening. But all 19 drivers, including Jeffrey Fixer, feel so sorry for him. Got caught, well, got blindsided by that incident with Olivier Hart, who's now down in 15th. But yeah, Glieren's got that time down again. Enzo Bol has now just done a new fastest lap of the race, trying to close down on Renzo Alibax for 3rd. So the 2:55 from the Netherlands, 42.243 and closing. So 3 minutes to go. This is going to be very, very close as to what happens. Now, Stehauer has started responding to Berghem, and Berghem last time around did a 42.478. Stehauer goes underneath 43 seconds once again, 42.779, and a personal best for the race leader. Yellow flags into turns 1, 2, and 3. There are a couple of marshals there. So someone, oh dearie me, do not tell me that was Jens Treur that has just had a moment. It is, he's dropped down the timesheets. Treur was running really, really well, and what's more, the lead is now less than 7/10. Berghem is closing on Stehauer for the race lead. And there is Van Verskeulen and Tenbach battling away as they come out of the 10th and penultimate corner at this circuit. This is going to be really... So no overtaking into turn 1, but when will Robin Berghem pull the trigger? That's the big question. I'm trying to keep an eye on where they are out on track. Okay, right, they're just coming through turn 5 off of the back straightaway. So this is now the opportunity for Robin Berghem to go for it. They are now heading in to turns 8, 9, yeah. They're now going into the penultimate right-hander, are the two race leaders. And there they are. Well, there is some other activity on circuit, one of which is Jarno Opmeer. There are the two race leaders. So through into turns 1 and 2. Enzo Boll is the first driver to go sub 42 seconds. 41.888 for the number 255. But Robin Berghem is definitely motoring on to close on in to Kevin Stehauer. So they are less than 0.3 of a second back, behind, well, between each other. There they are. Right, new gap, 0.262. Berghem trying to get through, and there is what I've been waiting to see a little bit. Yeah, Berghem very late on the brakes through turn 4. He has just been motoring on and trying to close in on Stehauer just ahead. So this could be a very, very interesting battle over the next 3 laps. So we've got 3, including this one. Time is going to hit 0 very, very shortly as they come out of turn 7 into 8, 9, and then into 10. So time is expired. Oh, dearie me, that's the moment. And that was Alibax being turned by Boll, I believe. Yes, Enzo Boll had caught right up to the rear. Alibax will be absolutely fuming. We've got 2 laps to go. Enzo Boll did still put in, well, that was a 47.9 for Enzo Boll. So Robin Berghem has got this, plus 1 more lap remaining to go to try and get past Stehauer, who has been leading pretty much from the start of the race. So this is where it could be very, very crucial. Who will make the decisive move that will see who will win this pre-final? Will it be Stehauer? Will it be Berghem? Last lap underway. 0.124 separating them through turn 2, into 3, now into 4. Berghem has got to do something and might have an opportunity to do it within the next couple of corners. It's not close enough to the back bumper of Stehauer to mount an offensive, but it could come in at the last lap of the last few corners of this race. Stehauer's just got to keep it calm and cool and composed and defend. That's what he's got to do right now. But it may not be enough. 1 more corner to go. Berghem will be alongside Stehauer, who picks up the win in the pre-final. A great run by Kevin Stehauer, who wins the KZ2 pre-final by 94 thousandths at the flag. Berghem up from 7th to finish 5th. Good work by Gil Mertens in the meantime, managing to take P3. And yeah, well, let's just say the incident through at turn 10 on the penultimate lap didn't help Enzo Boll, drops the 2.55 all the way down to 15th place at the end of it. Whereas Alibax would finish in 7th. Daniel Tenbach and Sam van Verscoilen rounds out the top 5. Farin Mega 6th, Renzo Alibax 7th, Jarno Opmeer up 6 positions to finish 8th. So that will put him on row 4. Olivier Hart, after that incident earlier on that took out, that dropped Jeffrey Fixer backwards and into the gravel off of turn 5, finishes in 9th. Whether that stands is not at my discretion, but whether that may be investigated post-race. Ajin Yatic, 10th, Koen van Ginkel, Dan Zopfi, Rick Mears, Maxim Delua and Enzo Bol round out the top 15 with Doug van Siftout, Jeffrey Fixer and Nigel Hendricks rounding out the 18 that finished. Jens Troyer, we lost on lap 9, and of course Quinn Vinkel, the defending champion, excluded after what happened in qualifying earlier on today.